Hello everyone and welcome to episode 31 of the weekly wrestling show, hashtag Total Markout, the show where each week a bunch of wrestling marks get together to discuss and debate the various aspects of the WWE and the world of wrestling in general. On this week's show, we'll share our thoughts on WWE's pay-per-view Hell in a Cell and the aftermath leading up to Survivor Series. Also, we'll take a look at this week's wrestling rumors and dive into the world of nostalgia in You Get a Witch! And of course, we finish up by answering your questions in this week's Fan Corner. Once again, Eric Van Gisby isn't with us. He's busy at a signing, I believe, for a live show.
He's still in the hotel, isn't it?
Yeah, he's still in the hotel because you know how much he loves John Cena.
And then later on, although I'd be pissed if he gets to see AJ. I will be fucking fuming.
Okay. Now,
later on, he's going to see Team Hell No.
And there you go. So, today's hosts are myself.
He doesn't like half of Team Hell No, but he's going to see them.
Yeah. Today's hosts are myself.
I mean, I like Team Hell No, but you know, I'm still here on the show.
Today's hosts...
I'm just saying, it's not right.
Today's hosts are myself, SteveJones313, and a man so geek he received an honorary doctorate from the Xavier School for the Gifted. It's Geek King!
You damn Skippy hippie.
Damn Skippy hippie indeed. Also joining us in place of Eric Van Gisby is the show's own personal mascot, the Lone Walker One!
Hi.
Yes, he's not sleeping in the corner of the studio, he is sitting in the middle of the studio.
Well, he's not sleeping right now.
Yeah, he will be later on. So, you know, obviously, we've got to get through the rumours, the stats and all the jazz. You know, so let's just jump straight into it. What's our first segment, Dan? I have written it there for you.
Don't want that.
I haven't written what you're actually going to say, I've just written the name of the segment.
It's time to look back on the week in wrestling. It's time to look back at the pay-per-view at Raw. And nothing else, because nothing else really matters. Nothing else matters.
Anyone can see.
Roll the jingle.
And it's time for the recap!
So, for fuck's sake. Anyway, yes, the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell!
I'm very surprised to hear how much of a negative reaction this pay-per-view got from people, to be honest with you.
We loved it.
We loved it. We had we thought it was an awesome pay-per-view. Obviously, there were things we would have changed.
Duh.
But, you know, all in all, it was actually a decent pay-per-view for the train wreck it was being set up to be. In some cases. So let's just talk about some of the matches. Let's talk about Randy Orton versus Alberto Del Rio. Yeah.
Good match, but as most people said, nobody really cares. It's
Randy
Orton being
yeah.
super Randy Orton. You know, he's being the Lex Luger. Sorry, Luthor. Similar thing, both evil bastards.
Yeah, but Randy Orton hasn't killed anyone. So
not yet, or not that we know of.
No.
Well, actually, no, because, you know, he went AWOL and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Didn't fight in the Marines, did you little fucking pussy? And I'll say that to his face.
Yeah. But Randy Orton beat Alberto Del Rio, but you already knew that. Then there was the United...
With what everyone kept saying was an amazing RKO, in reality, Randy missed the RKO and Alberto just fell nicely into place because Randy didn't even touch him.
Yeah.
Until he was at the floor.
So yeah, an inconsequential match, no one really gives a shit.
Yep.
Another match that was on the card, it was the United States Championship. Obviously, these matches aren't in order.
Yep.
But the United States Championship, it was a surprise match as far as I'm aware.
It was.
Antonio Cesaro versus Justin Gabriel.
Yes, because he can't beat any American. So you put him against a South African.
Nice work, guys.
No American can beat me, so I'll put you against a South African.
Yeah. So Antonio Cesaro is able...
And then the Canadian challenges him on fucking NXT.
Yeah. Antonio Cesaro picked up the win, retaining the United States Championship.
In 5 different languages.
Yes. Decent match, actually, between these two.
It was a hell of a match.
Hell of a match.
The whole thing could have been better if the crowd was awake during it.
Yeah, Jim Ross actually had stuff to say about that as well. But you should check out his blog. I'll leave a...
At JR's Barbecue.
Yeah.
I believe.
Link will be available at the description of this video.
Or check out his Twitter at JR's Barbecue. My good friend.
Yes.
And barbecue is BBQ.
There'll be a link in the description of the video, whether you're watching on Tumblr or on YouTube. But yes.
Fuck you, Blip.
Pretty much getting that way, dude. We're pretty much getting there. We're not getting any money on
Not
it.
you as people who watch it on Blip. Just blip in general.
Yes. They're not kind folk, shall we say.
They're a bunch of cunts.
And terrorists.
Intercontinental Championship time. It was Kofi Kingston defending his championship against The Miz. Hoorah! And, alright match.
Beautiful. It was
Commentary
very
could
good
have
match.
been better.
Of course, commentary could be better.
He's taken the knee brace off. Then why is he adjusting it? If it's
He's
not.
taking his pads off. You can clearly see it's underneath his sock.
Yeah. In fact, there's one over. It's like, he's taking them off. It's there. We can see it.
Come on, Cole.
But anyway.
At least JBL, you should have called him out on that one. You called him out on everything else you said.
Well, a decent match. Kofi Kingston was able to retain his Intercontinental Championship.
They were very well worked. That always makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Very well worked. Trouble in Paradise. BANG!
Yeah.
Straight to the Miz's head.
And
Kick
Miz,
him harder next time.
Yeah, Miz was actually able to take this properly this time.
He got his hand in the way, but still.
Yeah, he didn't even. He just got to sort of hit the back of his head.
Yep.
So still possibility of concussion. So another match that was up wasn't originally announced. Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara versus
Hashtag millions of dollars. Hashtag money making scholars. Those boys are bringing noise that will slay ya. D Young and Titus O'Neil, the prime time players.
millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of dollars.
I don't have either of the superstars. I'm not allowed to join in the dance.
I have D Young, and he doesn't have Titus O'Neil.
Yeah,
The league has Titus O'Neil.
it's very, very weird.
But more importantly,
You've got paper stuck to your foot.
yeah, that. More importantly, other foot.
Thank you.
More importantly,
Breaking to a market news.
called it.
Yes, you called it. You did call it.
Called it.
You called it.
Called it.
You called it. You called it. I think
I'm just saying, I called it.
you called it. You did.
Yep.
I think you called it from like episode 29. You know, the episode that's missing.
I called it on. I called it on the episode of the week before.
Number 28.
Yeah, I think I called it on when they first announced the pay-per-view.
Wow.
They first announced the
Actually, yeah, I think
when
you
they first
did.
announced the tag team. I went, oh, it'll be them and them. And me and you. It wasn't an episode. Me and you were just walking around talking. I went, that's what's going to happen.
I wasn't impressed with the match.
No.
I
No,
don't remember.
I'm not a fan of Sin Cara though, so it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Although Sin Cara, you're a fucking numpty. And here's a great thing, right? You know, Sin Cara botches his move by not getting his head up, right?
Yeah.
The IWC immediately, oh my god, like Titus O'Neil, such a botcher. What?
It's amazing. Sin Cara didn't pop his head up soon enough.
Yeah.
A man who's known on the IWC as Botch Cara
Yeah.
and doesn't get the blame.
I was like, what the fuck?
I'm telling you right now, the big deal, Titus O'Neil didn't do anything wrong there. He just went backwards.
Yeah, did Toronto buy the internet? What the fuck? But anyway, so Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara.
Yeah, they went over. It sucks because the primetime players are not getting pushed.
Okay, now the most intellectual tag team of all time, Team Road Scholars, faced Daniel Bryan and Kane. Even though Daniel Bryan is the tag team champion!
Kane is a tag team champion.
Daniel Bryan is the tag team champion!
I'm the tag team champion.
I'm the tag
I'm the tag team champion.
I'm the tag team
I'm the tag team champion. No!
Yes! 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 Yes!
And
Yes!
I'm
Yes!
the tag team champion.
I've only just woken up. I have this going on around me.
I'm just walking up!
I just woken up.
I'm just walking up! The tag team titles on the line.
Team Hell No.
It was Team Hell No, Team Road Scholars. Decent match.
Yep.
Actually, for the major, Kane and Daniel Bryan working together for
I
most of it.
didn't like it.
I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
That tag. No, Dan. Why did he?
It wasn't that I didn't like it, as it scared me. I don't like it, Dan. I don't. By the way, I saw the guy today. Didn't fucking like him. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. No.
Don't like him.
But for the majority of the match, he's sitting there going, geek. I don't like him. I don't like him, geek.
Another.
Why are they working, geek? I don't like it.
Yes. But Team Hell No picked up the win, being that Daniel Bryan.
No.
What?
Daniel Bryan clocked Kane, the tag team champion, in the jaw
Well, he is the tag team champion, so
Right.
Kane should learn his place.
So at which point,
Yeah.
he then shouted at him, "What are you doing?" Because, the big deal titles.
Yeah, but they
No,
walked away.
sorry, it wasn't a big deal
Yeah,
title.
but come on.
That's just wishful thinking.
Come on, there's no way WWE would dare have Team Hell No put over Road Skullers.
And then, no.
They walked on Raw with the tag team champs. What are you talking about?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
But here's the problem.
Yeah.
Damien Sandow,
Yes.
the intellectual savior to the unwashed masters,
You're welcome.
you're welcome, decided to move out the way when Daniel Bryan was going to get hit with a running knee off the rope.
So
At
Daniel Bryan obviously...
which point, the tag team champions Kane got hit with the knee instead.
At which Kane obviously said, it's alright, mate, shit
No,
happens. And they worked
Kane
together.
lost his shit.
He lost his
Kane
shit.
doesn't have an anger translator for him.
Hi.
No. Kane lost his shit.
Oh, you'll be real, motherfucker. I'm gonna bury your ass!
He went out there and decided, right, I'm gonna beat the crap out of Team Road Scholars,
Yeah.
which really pissed me off because why can't we just call them Hell No and Road Scholars?
I do.
Why is it Team Road Scholars? Team Hell No. It wasn't Team Legion of Doom.
Do you know
Team
why?
Demolition.
Yeah, but
Team Hope.
it's because they're trying to emphasize tag team. What did you know what they should just have? Team.
The Road Warriors.
No.
Legion of Doom.
Time team.
At no
Can
time
you
were they
imagine?
known as Team Road Warriors.
Can you imagine if they did like a Road Warriors thing? They got it's right. I don't care. Maybe Heidenreich, whatever. It's right. You're going to be Team Road Warriors. What?
We're just the Road Warriors, dude.
Yeah, there ain't no team. Fuck you and your team. Fuck all your team.
But anyway, he lost his shit, beat the crap out of both of them, and then they got DQ'd. Minus points for whoever has Kane and Daniel Bryan. That would be hashtag, and sorry, team, hashtag, and hashtag genius. Sorry, dude.
Alright.
Why must you be...
And then, winner points for Team Road Scholars, which would be Failure Turtles, because he needs them.
Yes.
And the Motherfunkers.
That'd be you, Adam.
Indeed.
So, how does one get over such pain and misery with a triple threat divas
Living
match
in ice
starring Layla, Caitlin, and Eve?
I would have said ice
Yes! Skank! Yes.
But yes, anyway. So yes, it was a triple threat.
I'm not saying nothing, but why couldn't I be in the middle of that?
The restraining order, I think.
I do not have a restraining order with Eve. Don't have a restraining order with Eve.
I don't have a restraining order with any of them. That mean I can have shot.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah, because I'm sure,
Caitlin looked awesome in this match. She wrestles well as
I'm
well.
assuming someone isn't listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
That's why I get away with it.
This match basically ended with Eve getting an advantage out of nowhere, and we were like, okay.
Well, no, essentially, them two beat Layla and Caitlin turned on each other, had a really good match. Then Eve came out of nowhere with a ridiculously bad move.
Yeah, the triple neck breaker.
No, the other one, the jump move, the break up the pin.
Oh,
It
that.
didn't actually touch them.
Yeah, that.
And then she went for, then she hit that neck breaker,
Yeah.
and then she won. And then whoever had Layla, Fairy Turtles, got really pissed off.
Yes.
And whoever had Caitlin, Geeks of June, got really pissed off. But whoever had the Skank, got really happy. Team hashtag.
It's okay. But this led to a funny commentary from JBL. Again, next week it's like, by God, something was so bad as my commentary in that last Divas match.
Yeah.
Great line, JBL. At least JBL could admit it. But up next, ladies and gentlemen,
I think JBL just didn't care for that match. He just kept cracking jokes.
Sheamus defends his World Heavyweight Championship against...
Well, it's the big slow.
And, ladies and gentlemen,
Fella!
Sheamus kicked out of the knockout. Pushed the WND.
Yep.
Big Show kicked out of the Bro Kick.
Yep.
Big Show hit a second WND.
And your new World Heavyweight Champion, the Big Show!
Yes, the Big Show is the new World Heavyweight Champion.
In probably the match of his career.
Yeah. That was a superb match. Go back and watch it if you didn't see it yourself.
As much as, it's going to sound weird with it being Hell in a Cell and it being a Hell in a Cell match on there and CM Punk being in the main event.
Yeah.
That was probably the match of the night, and it was probably...
It was the match of the night, guys.
Yeah. And it was probably one of the best matches I've seen Sheamus have in a long time as well.
Yeah, and the fact he hit the white noise on Big Show.
I didn't think he could do that.
So there you go.
And he goes into the fucker again.
And then, ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, the event of the night was the WWE Champion CM Punk versus the unstoppable, undefeated Ryback in
Feed me more!
Hell in a Cell.
Feed me Punk!
The referee for this match was Brad Armstrong.
Now this will matter.
There will be a quiz.
So, how did this match start? Well, with the best selling of the night, not by Dolph Ziggler, but by Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
That guy was like a father watching his son going off to war.
And then the second best sell of the night
Yep.
was the CM Punk
Yeah.
when Ryback's music hit.
Yes.
And then all you see was look at his eye that you legitimately went, shit, they're gonna kill Punk.
They're gonna kill me.
And then you watched it. It was an okay match. It wasn't a great Hell in a Cell match, but it gave you what you wanted. Weapons, the cage was used. Ryback was a monster. CM Punk tried to do his best, but couldn't do it. So let's get into the meat and bones of it.
Ryback goes for the shell shock. He does the march. He's getting ready to drop him. And the referee jumps in the way and goes, no, wait.
Boom!
Low blow to the ball sack there, son.
Where else is the low blow going to go to?
The ass.
Where else is a low blow going to hit?
You could be blowing on their ankles.
Seriously, 1 of 5 guys is supposed to be a foot fetish. Are you that guy?
Right, bearing in mind, we do have some special people listening to the show. I have to explain certain things.
Okay, here's the thing. A low blow from now on will always mean a kick, a punch, a hit arm, some sort of material weapon
An elbow.
to the bollocks, to the dick.
Or a knee.
Although if we ever do get a live sex celebration on Raw again,
Well,
we may come back to redefine the term.
yeah, but until we see that and it's me involved, I'm not gonna change it.
Do you know what's awesome? How many people right now are going, is he talking about me? But yes, so the referee hits the low blow on Ryback. Ryback goes down. Punk goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Fast count.
Not only that, people keep forgetting. I haven't mentioned this, right? And it's really annoying me.
Yeah.
The referee also was lying on top of Ryback's legs.
Yes. What's that as well? So
not only did Ryback have the weight of 2 grown-ass men, both professional wrestlers, one a referee, nearly got carried away there, even though WWE.com yesterday released who is Brad Maddox and showed clips of him from FCW. Apparently he's a failed wrestler who turned to refereeing. I heard he was a very good wrestler who was forced to referee.
yeah.
So also somebody could get killed by Ryback in the cell. Because once that happened, Mike Chioda, funny enough, probably not all happy that one of his referees just hooked another superstar over, and the fact that superstar was Ryback who could eat them all.
Yes.
Fumbled with his keys to try and get them out, couldn't quite get them out. It didn't help that Paulie was on top of his back pretty much in his ear going, out, quickly, get them out!
I like to think that Mike Chioda was going, fuck you all.
And then Punk is on his knees, hoping that he can get out. He's still the best in the world. Still your reigning and defending WWE champion. The best in the world. As Paul Heyman likes to say. Which is my second favourite Paul Heymanism. The other one, Brock Lesnar. I love the way he says Brock Lesnar. Third one, fuck you, Bischoff. Which is something I think he says every day when he wakes up.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
He wakes up, feet come off the ground, onto the bed, off the bed, boom, fuck you, Eric Bischoff. And then he gets over his
Dixie
dick.
Carr says, like, fuck you, Bishop. Okay. But he's just as easy.
Again? Alright.
But anyway.
And then we hear Then we see Brad Maddox is behind him, patting him on the back, going, come on, let's get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. And then you just hear the little rumblings in the crowd. Feed me more. Feed me more.
Right back is back on his feet.
And JR didn't say it. JBL didn't say it. Michael Cole didn't say it. But I damn sure was feeling like saying it, and I didn't. But I was ready to go, he's alive! Because you have never seen anything more awesome than a pissed off Ryback.
Oh, it's a sight to behold.
Ryback destroyed CM Punk. And then he turns to his eyes and his gaze and his hunger, because Big Hungry is always hungry, to Brad Maddox.
Who basically got to know what steel tastes like.
Yeah. Got his head smashed into the cell, but thrown to the ring, and when the world expects a shell shock, give them a gorilla press slam, where you stand in the middle of the ring, hold them there, and then run to the ropes and throw a human being that the last time I looked at his stats weighs 220 pounds.
Fuck, I'm heavier than him.
From your hands to the ring to the cell. And I don't mean he just kind of, just about meets the cell. I mean, he bounces off the cell and hits the floor. The three of us watching this together were going, holy shit, he's killed him.
Yeah. My God, again.
And what's next? Well, CM Punk
tries to escape, doesn't he?
Yeah.
By climbing the cell.
Well, he had nowhere else to go because Ryback cut him off. Because, he scared Heyman off, who ran to the back.
Yeah. So he climbs the cell. Then
so Big Hungry follows him and climbs the cell.
Eventually, I'm on the edge of my seat going, no.
Oh, please don't do this. Please don't do this.
Don't do this. I'm not religious, and I was praying. I was going, please don't do this. Don't do this. He's out of the cage. Ryback lifts him up for the shot shot.
Adam, would you care to remember what our responses were?
I believe you and I started laughing maniacally, and Stephen started.
You'll kill him. You'll fucking die. Don't do it. We're gonna see two deaths in one night. Oh fuck.
Stephen started insulting them.
And I believe, you idiots, you fucking idiots. And I believe my response was more along the lines of, oh, this is gonna be Foley. He's gonna live Foley's life. And then, no, Ryback decides it's time to finish it.
And then he nails the shell shock. In slow motion, it's like, we're like, we watch the cell bend under their weight and then settle itself.
Watch the cell bend under its weight? I was waiting for the cell to collapse.
That's what we thought was going to happen, and then thankfully it held. It was like, oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god. I needed to. I could have done with a drink after that one if we started.
Your response was simple. Your response wasn't that at all. Your response for the next half an hour to an hour was pissed off venom. I don't like them.
Yeah.
They can fuck the idiots. The fuck the
fucking idiots. You fucking stupid.
Still not happy. And I'm sitting going, oh, oh, shit happens.
Stephen was like a dad when their kids go off play rugby and hurt each other.
Yeah.
No, because
it's a physical contact sport.
No, because the dads would be proud. It's more like the mother, in fairness. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We'll try to be nice.
Oh my god. Yeah, but that's
nice.
That's honest. You know what I mean? Unfortunately on the show, but I appreciate the effort. But yeah, so CM Punk walks away, WWE champion. But how does this translate on Raw? Well,
this translates to awesomeness.
CM Punk opens up Raw with Paul Heyman.
As the reigning defending WWE champion and the best in the world. Who's held that championship for 344 days at that time.
Sorry. I need a moment to get over there. Steve, you're convulsing.
So CM Punk says he's done it. Clear! And then Mick Foley makes an appearance, if you hadn't guessed that. Mick Foley makes an appearance to do a very, very good promo. As only Foley really can.
Yep.
Tell us about how he betrayed the legacy and the tradition of the Hell in a Cell. I seen how he how CM Punk didn't go and do what he said.
I gave you a choice. You could either be a legend or a statistic.
Yep. And then CM Punk took his hoodie off before he entered the ring and showed us the battle wounds, the arms, the tape. He's got the tape on the ribs, the tape on the arms, and then he shows us the cuts.
Yeah.
The part of his body that looks like he was physically sliced by a surgeon, and it hadn't quite healed yet.
It looked horrible, man.
He had 4 cuts that went zig-zagging on his shoulder, and the goal was, that's your legacy, that's your tradition. And I'm sitting there going, please don't let this go where I think it's going.
And thankfully, they didn't.
No, so they brought up the word tradition.
Yes.
What's coming up next pay-per-view?
Survivor Series.
And what is traditional at the Survivor Series?
The traditional,
Pancakes!
the traditional Survivor Series tag team match.
It'd be more turkey like Thanksgiving time.
Oh, turkey. See what we
Yeah, I know Thanksgiving. Yo.
Yeah, so I was just
I know. You like the turkey funk, you know? So they turn on and go,
gobble.
how about a team of CM Punk versus Team Foley?
I had 2 thoughts immediately. The first one was, yes! My second one was, please don't let Foley wrestle.
Yep. And I'm going to do it now. We're going to find the corner question straight after Raw. As in, like, 5 minutes after Raw, someone must have been on Tumblr and sent us a question, like, what are your guys' opinion on Foley not being in the match at Survivor Series? It is okay with me.
It's fine. It's the way it should be.
Yep. The guy has enough concussions, has enough injuries, has enough... The man says every day he gets out of bed, it's another challenge to see if he can walk down the stairs.
Put it this way, if Foley thought he could do this match, he'd be doing it, because Foley's the kind of guy that goes, I can't do this match. He's turned down match opportunities before.
Yep. So, quite frankly, I'm not really upset that he's not going to wrestle. As long I know he's going to be there.
Yeah.
I guarantee, because it's not been announced that he's going to be over here on Monday or on Tuesday, because that's when they're doing the SmackDown and Raw tapings.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, though, you will see, you will hear a huge shout from 4 thick Geordies who will be at both tapings if he turns up for either one of them.
Yeah.
If he does turn up, and you'll be able to hear my thick ass on when we're on there, even though I'll be nowhere near the ring. It's going to be a big pop if he comes out. It's going to be huge, because he didn't come last time and we were expecting him.
Basically, here's what transpired. Throughout the show, they had the opportunities to pick their teams.
Yep.
CM Punk was leaving Paul Heyman the power of attorney, so that Paul Heyman would choose the team, which CM Punk would be the captain.
They didn't actually mention that. It was just kind of assumed that he was going to do it.
Yeah, so basically CM Punk is the captain of the team, and obviously it's his team. Mick Foley, it was assumed that he would wrestle on the team.
Yeah, so we got always to the end of the show. We'll talk about the rest of the show, don't worry.
Paul Heyman announces, right, obviously team number 1, obviously CM Punk. Team number 2, The Miz. Then it was Rhodes Scholars.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was
Alberto
Del Rio.
Yes.
And yeah, so that was the guy. So CM Punk was the guy.
So, which is some interesting choices. Let's just break the choices down.
Yeah.
CM Punk had a notorious rivalry with Alberto Del Rio.
Exactly.
To the point where he even mentioned in the Survivor Series, I beat you, it will be a year to the events that I won the WWE Championship. Looks at Alberto Del Rio and goes, sorry, and then pulls a little face and then go, oops.
Yeah.
And then he's had a rivalry with The Miz in the past.
Yes. Miz and Kofi, R-Truth. Was it TLC Triple Threat?
Yes. If I remember so, him and Cody Rhodes didn't get on at one point.
Yeah, there was something between the two, but nothing major.
Yeah. I think if you break it down, the only person on that team that he hasn't had a problem with,
Damon Sandow.
Yes. I was pissed off at the team to start off with. Not because he had a problem with all these things. It was mainly because I was hoping that Paul Heyman might use his brain a bit and not go, and Vince might actually be creative for once and go, let me see. if you're gonna have Punk, you have people Punk trusts, people Punk's been with. Well, you bring Antonio Cesaro in.
Yeah.
Okay, Antonio Cesaro's in. Give the indie fans what they want. Give the ROH fans what they want. Bring Cassius in. Give the Kings of Wrestling a little run out. Don't mention anything of the past. Just say all these guys used to travel together.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan.
Mm.
Because you don't have that Team Hell. No, they got that animosity. Split the fuckers up.
Mm.
Not permanently, just on the Hell, just in the Survivor Series.
I would have had Cesaro, Ziggler, Kings of Change. That'd be it.
And then you would have, and then, yeah.
Who's Kings of Change?
Kings of Wrestling.
Kings of Wrestling. I thought it was Kings of Change.
Who's Kings of Wrestling?
Because Cassius and Antonio is the Kings of Wrestling, but you would have
Right.
Bryan.
I meant Kings of Change and Rex and Hawkins.
Oh, of course, but Rex is gone.
Is he?
Yeah, he left the WWE a few months ago.
Oh, I don't keep up to date with the
Kings of Really seem to get the corner.
Dan usually just comes up and goes, "You hear about him?" No. Oh, he's left.
Anyway,
Oh.
so it makes sense that this team, but not as much sense as your team would. So Mick Foley comes out and announces his team. He brings upon Kofi Kingston.
I when that team came out,
Yeah.
my mind, Kofi Kingston,
Yeah.
Team Hell No,
Yes.
Randy Orton,
Yeah.
Foley won't wrestle, he'll be right.
Yeah.
And guess what happened?
It happened exactly like that. But he said, whoa, I'm not wrestling.
Because I would be the weak link.
Yeah. So I'm going to be in the corner. Now, immediately this sparked off an argument between me and Jismy. Thankfully, it lasted a very short period of time. His problem was, well, it's false advertising. My response being, no, it's not, because it's still his team. Just because he's not wrestling in it. For example, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eric Bischoff.
Yep.
They didn't wrestle in their teams at Survivor Series. But again, it was their teams.
I would say, I think it's 04.
Yeah, and both of them had the option of fighting on their team. They just elected not to. Obviously, Stone Cold couldn't, and Eric Bischoff, well, that would be silly.
That'd be like having Vince Russo in the WCW Championship.
Yeah, who would do that? But anyway, so there was that. So we have our setup for Survivor Series, which is good because the series has
We have a
two.
team match.
Yes.
And here's the thing, folks. Because there's those of you out there that have gone, oh, so the Intercontinental Champion, the WWE Champion, and the Tag Team Champions, Kane, won't be wrestling for the title match at Survivor Series. Boring.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, folks. Let the geek lay some knowledge on you, and it ain't even you gotta watch.
This sounds like the beginning of a Disney song.
Let me throw something at you. Survivor Series started out, there was no singles matches. Yep. Back when it first came out, and for the first 3 or 4 years, every match was a traditional Survivor Series match. Then eventually we had a couple of single matches thrown in. I think like 91 was the first title one I remember. It was when Undertaker faced Hulk Hogan for the WWE Championship and won.
Mm-hmm.
Then you throw a couple in, and it got to the point by the time we were hitting the late 90s, early 2000s, there was lucky if you had one. The one that comes to mind for me is 2002, where you had none. Because you didn't, because it was at both one, you had elimination matches, but they weren't 5-on-5.
Yeah.
You had elimination chamber.
Yeah.
But it wasn't your 5-on-5 match. The most recent time where we've had a proper Survivor Series was 2006. 2006, and this is, yes, an early you've got to watch. Go watch the entire 2006 pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Because you had one singles match on there. Booker T versus Batista. For the World Heavyweight Challenge. Other matches were Team Rated RKO versus Team DX.
Yes.
Team Cena versus Team Big Show. The Spirit Squad versus the Legends. The Legends compiled of, and this is always my favourite one, the Nature Boy.
Woo!
We'll discuss this.
Ric Flair. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Until he got took out.
Ooh.
American Dream, baby, that's a roll.
He's just a common man.
Working hard with his
Yeah,
hands.
I was just doing the one line. I'm restricted to one line.
And Daniel!
Brown, 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 brown.
Ron Simmons, aka Farouk. However, Anderson was at ringside. Good old double A.
Yes.
So it was a 4-on-4. I think Slaughter might have been there as well.
Possibly.
I think Slaughter was there.
Florida tends to be around.
But there was a lot of. You had lots of teams, and it was one of the great things of the night was seeing CM Punk go out there for his first Survivor Series, his first pay-per-view, and the entire crowd chanted CM Punk. This was back when CM Punk had only been on TV a matter of months, maybe a year tops, and DX acknowledging it, and having him say, "Are you ready?" The Hardy Boys were there as well, but we don't talk about them anymore. Mainly because one's a drug addict and the other one is a
Great addict.
No, one's a drug addict and the other one.
About great. There's a J at the beginning.
No, one is a drug addict and the other one's currently the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, and he is a heavyweight.
Oh, he's definitely a heavyweight these days.
But yes.
And you also have Gregory Helms on RKO with Mike Knox.
One of the greatest themes of all time.
Johnny Nitro before that was John Morrison.
But yeah, the point is Survivor Series match.
The point is, Survivor Series is not only.
It's not just.
It's not just. It's one of the big four. You know what made the big four special? The big four was WrestleMania. Yeah. The big one. That was the showcase of the Immortals, and it still is this day. The Royal Rumble. What made the Royal Rumble special? Not because it was the road to WrestleMania. It was because of the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, that's what people tuned in to see.
SummerSlam. It was your big summer one. It was the one you looked forward to because that meant you were halfway there to WrestleMania, and it meant that this is where these feuds end and the new ones begin.
SummerSlam is a mini WrestleMania.
Yes. Survivor Series was where you had teams of people that wouldn't usually tag team together.
It was your dream team pay-per-view.
It was the ones that you didn't team together, or wouldn't. But to combine these feuds, you put them together and you have them face each other.
Most Royal Rumble pay-per-views that I've seen, I've not given a shit about the World Heavyweight WWE Championship.
Oh yeah,
I want to see the Rumble.
The Royal Rumble was the Royal Rumble match, but beforehand you got 2 hours of filler.
Yeah,
we've always said that.
Because there was wasn't there one year where the Royal Rumble happened, then there was the world title match with Kurt Angle retaining the title, and then Undertaker comes out. And I was going, bitch, I don't care if Undertaker comes back. Royal Rumble comes last.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I love the Undertaker's return.
Yeah.
But I was still sitting there going, could have done that before the Rumble.
Yeah. It's like, you know what's bigger than the Rumble?
I'm just saying, especially when Ray won it for Eddie.
I'll be pissed off.
Just saying.
I'll be pissed off and CM Punk and The Rock come after the Royal Rumble.
It won't.
It better not.
It won't.
I've got my shotgun ready. It may be a toy, but it's real. It's real to me. Anyway, but
that's the Survivor Series match that we got in. Let's talk about the rest of what happened. We had.
Was there anything else that happened? Really?
Daniel Bryan and no. They were on the show, but they.
Yeah, the rest was pretty much matches.
Well, Big Show got white noise again.
White noise.
Because
but we got to see him come out with the World Heavyweight Championship on his shoulder. It looks like a kid-sized replica on him, but you know.
Oh, he is.
But damn, it's good to see that. It's good to see that, man.
Oh, we had to continue it. We had the evidence.
Yeah, Vicky Guerrero presenting it. Basically, this is what we saw as evidence. We saw John Cena ask her out on a date. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it was a joke.
Yeah.
We saw you guys hugging. I was consoling her. We saw you guys at a dinner. That was a business dinner, which I told everyone about.
Oh, one thing as well.
Yeah.
John Cena, you're a billionaire. Sorry. Let's be realistic. You're a multi-millionaire. Do you think you could probably wear something that isn't your ring attire to a business dinner?
I have a slight problem with this. Now,
it's about time.
I was napping in the corner, ladies and gentlemen. This is my right to do. It's my job.
It's a good thing we installed that bed in the studio.
Yeah, come on, mascot. That's what it is.
No.
Oh, whoa! You haven't won a battle royal. Since when did you get permission to use the English language?
Yeah, you know, he can actually talk. You're thinking of Hornswoggle.
Hey, that's what he is. So he has.
No. He's a bit like Hornswoggle, only a little bit taller and can speak English.
Oh, and you're also an eagle.
Yes, he likes to carry President Lincoln everywhere.
Ego!
As I was saying,
Yes.
the things like this have happened before, right? Where people have said something on air.
Mhm.
For
Yes.
example, when AJ slapped the utter crap out of Vicky Guerrero,
Yeah.
the board of directors were watching the show and said, "Let it," right?
Mhm.
Now that would require that the board of directors watch the shows.
Yeah.
They would have seen John Cena ask AJ out on a date and would have complained already had it been a problem. The fact that they didn't complain brings the idea that the board had no issue, therefore your entire storyline is invalid.
Okay.
I love it when a guy uses logic. It's just...
Can I go back to my corner?
Yes.
Go back to. Anyway, like I was saying,
Corners!
like I was saying, you're a multi-millionaire. Wear a nice suit when you go out on a date. Sorry, a business dinner with a pretty lady.
Even Superman suited up occasionally.
And if you want, you could have like a pink handkerchief in it or something.
Yeah, you can still have like a still wear an armband over your suit. It says
Just
Rise
put
of
your
Cancer.
pink... Just
You
put your...
could have a flower in your lapel.
But yes.
And then there's the incriminating evidence.
Bum, 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 bum.
The recording of last week at the hotel of John Cena telling AJ. Oh, we didn't actually hear what he said because it was quote unquote security camera, which looked a lot like someone recording it. Of telling her coming to get in the limo, going, everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
And apparently it was because she was gonna kick Vicky's ass.
And of course, there was the whole walking into the...
And then she walked into the limo.
You know what the thing is, though?
It's the elevator, sorry. Keep saying that.
Yeah. Because you go to say a lift.
Yeah.
You know what the sad thing is? Oh dear God, we are using a storyline.
Oh no. They pointed it out on their TV show.
Yeah.
When a Mr. AJ Styles
Yeah.
said in a promo
Yeah.
on some on that other show
Yeah.
down in Florida,
Yeah.
where they turned around and he said, I don't know, he goes, with this whole Claire scandal, I've not had the opportunity to go after the World Championship. Are you a champion? To Rude.
Yeah.
Goes, but hey, it must be being called AJ and getting recorded talking to people you shouldn't be talking, going into places you shouldn't be going into. Must be a current fad in the world.
Yes. Fair play on it.
Well done. That's fair enough.
You see bullshit, you call it. So, but yeah, basically, there's no recruiter. So basically, later in the night, later on that promo, Dolph Ziggler comes out
Fine fuck.
to give CM Punk, John Cena a telling to, like, just be a man. An interesting thing, Dolph Ziggler is about to insult AJ Lee, at which point Cena grabs him
Good, because I was gonna.
and basically says, so the lines of, you can say what you want about me, but never insult AJ. Like, grit teeth and pushes him almost out the fucking ring.
To be fair,
Yeah.
he probably didn't push him that hard. It is Cena.
Yeah. But the thing is,
And
this
then-
is the Cena I can get behind.
No.
That tiny moment.
No. Because WWE went and proved me wrong.
Yes.
I said on this podcast,
Yes.
you're not going to get booed by telling the world you slept with AJ Lee. John Cena is still going to get booed because he slept with AJ Lee.
But I like that accuracy where it looks somewhat genuine, not the whole Triple H looking like I crap my pants kind of face, but the grit teeth like, I will knock you the fuck out.
And also another thing,
Yeah.
he knocked his lapel off his jumper, his jacket.
Why can't...
I know, right?
Do you not care about cancer? Is that what it is?
This whole thing a joke to you. $1 million.
Millions of deaths. Millions of deaths. Millions of deaths. Millions of deaths. But yes, that was essentially Raw, to be honest with you.
And then AJ was put into a match with Beth for her job. She got hired anyway.
Yeah.
But then put in a match with Beth. Beth got rolled up. Becky then... The match was restarted for Vicky because she didn't do a good enough job or it wasn't good enough to impress her. And then Beth hit her with a glam slam. 1, 2, 3. Beth gets fired for not being able to do the job in the first place, which we're led to believe is actually reality. That Beth Phoenix has now left the WWE.
To help Edge with his
Recovery.
surgery.
It's not a permanent leave of absence. It's just one of those ones where...
You never know.
Well, yeah, but it's one of those ones where she said she's going to take some time away. That's all.
And that was pretty much the recap. There's not much else to discuss, really. There really isn't.
I'm trying to think.
That's a tall order.
Do they give $1 million to cancer?
Yeah, that as well. Wonderful.
No,
Yeah.
cancer charity, not cancer itself.
That was also a bitch to try and do the scores for.
Yeah. Anyway. So basically, we've got our next segment coming up. So, Dan, what do we call our next segment?
The Wrestling Rumour.
Roll the clip. Okay, a couple of news articles here. We are going to start with obviously the most important news. And seeing as Dan normally does this, I'll take the bullet this time. This was posted on WWE's website the other day. WWE is saddened to learn of the passing of Brad Armstrong, age 51, one of 4 sons of Bullet Bob Armstrong. Brad Armstrong last participated in the ring for the ECW brand in 2006. WWE understands that Brad saw his physician last week for a medical issue and was found unresponsive this morning. WWE extends serious condolences to the entire Armstrong family. Brad is the brother of WWE referee Scott Armstrong and producer Brian Road Dogg James. The brothers, as well as Steve, who wrestled for the WWE in 1982 as Lance Cassidy, inducted Bullet Bob Armstrong in the WWE Hall of Fame last year. So obviously, from the entire Total Market team, including Eric Von Gisme, we want to pass on our condolences to the family. We hope you guys can find some peace in this time, and hopefully, the WWE universe and all wrestling fans will never forget the contributions made by Brad Armstrong.
Yeah, very underrated wrestler.
Indeed. Moving on to other news, we're going to talk about the WWE Network. It's been confirmed that the WWE Network will be a subscription service.
Well, yeah, because that's the only way you're going to get it on channels.
Yeah. The network will be a premium subscription model and will be distributed by the usual outlets. The research says that this is the best way to go, and there is movement on the network.
Because no one else will take you.
The increase in management costs is caused due to the staffing of the WWE Network, and they feel that it will take $35 to $40 million to fully relaunch the network, which includes staffing and the creation.
Here's an idea, Vince. Tell Linda, get back in the kitchen, stop doing what you're trying to do, because it ain't worked the first time, and take the money from her fucking political campaign.
Indeed. It's been rumoured that the original plan for Hell in a Cell was to have Ryback pin CM Punk clean and win the WWE Championship. He would have held the title through Survivor Series and then lost it in the multi-man gimmick match at TLC, where he would have been pinned or submitted. This would have allowed for the streak to continue. Vince McMahon had settled on this plan, allegedly, on October 25th, just 3 days before the pay-per-view. Then the next day, October 26th, Vince allegedly decided to keep the belt on Punk because he felt Punk's long title reign was more important than Ryback's undefeated streak, which isn't necessary to play him up as a monster, but they are looking, in theory, to have Ryback as the monster babyface for the future, for the main event spot.
Makes sense.
Yep. And the last of the rumours, an account on Twitter speaking of Vince McMahon that also leaks confidential WWE information on occasion, known as @CrankyVince, cryptically suggested in a message on Thursday that a male wrestler has asked for his release from the sports entertainment organisation. Quote, "God damn! Another pussy boy wants his release. These ungrateful fucks. I'll ruin them all. All of them. Fuck you!" Back in June, the Cranky Vince account critically remarked that Alberto Del Rio had threatened to quit the sports entertainment organisation, with the story being confirmed as legitimate days later by sources. More recently, on October 15th, the account tweeted an idea broached by WWE's creative team days earlier for Vince McMahon to face CM Punk at Hell in a Cell. Skipping here a bit. According to rumour, it would appear that the account is being administered by Andrew Goldstein, a former creative writer who extensively worked alongside McMahon in 2006 and 2007. He has recounted the WWE's chief's numerous quirks and unwritten rules in interviews over the past 2 years, such as don't sneeze or yawn in front of him, and to pour peanuts from the peanut jar rather than place your hands inside of it. After news broke on the night of October 8th that Brian Gerwitz had been removed as the head writer of Raw, a barrage of messages touting the decision were posted on Cranky Vince's account. While this is going on, Goldstein posted a Cranky Vince style message on his Twitter account, located at Angie Gold, A-N-G-E Gold, while commenting on Raw events, reading, "I haven't had this much fun firing a Jewish writer since the first 6 times I fired at him in Hustle. Kosher wood." The message was immediately deleted and was not posted on the Cranky Vince account. So there you go.
Fair enough.
So, those were the rumours and the news. So it's now time for me to hand over the show to my colleague as he fulfills your nostalgic request in this week's You Get a Witch! Roll the clip. Yeah, so you gotta watch, man. You gotta watch.
Obviously, we had a bit of trouble getting these episodes out to you recently.
Yeah, sorry about that. Technical difficulties, but we're back.
So
We're back on track.
we're back, and hopefully we'll get everything through. So I'm extending this fan request system for another couple of weeks. However, I did get a message through just today asking me for my favorite, one of my favorite matches from the King of Trios from Chikara.
Yep.
Very simple, very easy. A match that me and the boss here have watched many a time and watched to a point where we've popped and missed something, so we've had to watch it again,
Yep.
and then popped and still missed that same thing because we were popping at the same thing we popped at last time.
If you ever watch King of Trios with me, you might want to have earmuffs or something.
Oh, we'll get there, don't worry about that.
So what we got?
So this one is a real simple one, King of Trios 2009. It's night number 2. It's a 4-way elimination match. It's El Generico.
Mm-hmm.
Ole, 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 ole. Versus the masked puzzle himself, Jigsaw.
I want to play a game.
The international Japanese sensation that is Kota Ibushi, who I just, every time I see him wrestle, Gravity just sits there and goes, I'm having time off, man. Fuck him. He keeps beating me, I'm not playing no more.
Yeah.
And one half of the Young Bucks, or Generation Me, if you're that other company fan, Nick Jackson or Nick Buck, to a point, and it's just an absolute amazing match. I believe, we were saying yesterday, we believe when we watch Chikara that when you join them or you go and wrestle for them, they sit there and go, here's your cheat code, this will turn Gravity off. They hit some unbelievable moves, they hit some absolutely amazing spots, and it's a point where you watch and go, what the hell are they going to do next? Oh, that's what they do.
Kablow!
I personally recommend the finish. I'm not going to spoil it for these because you can find it on YouTube. Simply put in El Generico versus Jigsaw versus Kota Ibushi versus Nick Jackson, and it will come up.
Yeah, we'll put a link on the video as well, so don't you worry about that.
It may still be even on our Tumblr page. If you go through our archive, you'll have to go a while back.
Watch, if we can actually find the video again, we will post it again.
Yeah, we'll reblog it.
We'll reblog it on the Tumblr page. Go check it out.
So yeah, that's a pretty simple one for me. That's a real easy. You got to watch this week because when someone goes, "We're watching it," what match could you give us for King of Trios? We'll say that.
Okay. In which case,
so that's you got to watch.
With everyone Jizzy not here, I shall once again be taking up the reins of Jizmy stats. This week, I'm doing a stats on Brad Armstrong in honor of him. So, seeing as it's Jizmy stats, and I'm not Jizmy, I'm not.
It's the boss's stats.
Hit it! Oh yeah, I like that. So anyway, title stats on Brad Armstrong and other accomplishments. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
He is a one-time NWA Florida Global Tag Team Champion with Terry Allen.
Okay.
2-time NWA National Heavyweight Champion. A 2-time NWA Tag Team Champion with Bob Armstrong and Tim Horner. 1-time NWA Rocky Top Tag Team Champion with Ricky Morton. A 3-time NWA Southeastern Continental Heavyweight Champion. That's a long-winded one. A 5-time NWA Southeastern Tag Team Champion with Bob Armstrong, Scott Armstrong, and the Shadow or Norval Austin. He is a 1-time Exodus Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, 1-time Mid-South North American Champion, 1-time UWF World Tag Team Champion with Tim Horner, 2-time Smoky Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, 1-time Tennessee Mountain Wrestling Tag Team Champion with Scott Armstrong, a United States Wrestling Association Heavyweight Champion, 1-time WCW Light Heavyweight Champion, 1-time WCW World 6-Man Tag Team Champion with Michael Hayes and Jimmy Garvin. Wrestling Observer Rookie of the Year 1981, he tied with Brad Reagans. He was Pro Wrestling Illustrated Rookie of the Year in 1982 as well, so, 2 years in a row, one from Wrestling Observer and one from Pro Wrestling Illustrated. He was Wrestling Observer's most underrated wrestler in 1987. And finally, he was ranked number 270th out of the 500 best single wrestlers of the PWI years in the year 2003.
Bear in mind, that's pretty big accomplishment considering the PWI years, I believe, had been well into the 70s.
Exactly. So there you go. Those were the boss's stats. And all love to you, to the Armstrong family,
Of course.
So,
speaking of the Armstrong family, one real quick. A lot of people keep wondering why JBL keeps calling Scott Armstrong, the referee, hard-body referee.
Yeah.
It's because it's a hashtag he uses on Twitter.
Yes.
Hashtag hard-body ref.
Yeah.
It's because he still works out the same as if he was wrestling, and he's in better shape than probably all the other Armstrongs and JBL.
Yeah.
So it's something that JBL likes to throw out there when he's in the ring. You know, hashtag hard-body ref is going in there. God damn it, count faster! You know, that sort of thing.
Well, there you go. Nice little added a factoid.
Exactly, yeah.
So, we move on to our favourite segment of the show, ladies and gentlemen, is where we answer your questions in, Adam, what do we call it?
Oh, hashtag Fat Corner!
Ooh, yeah. Back to our trailer guy. Doing a Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing a Disney? Waka waka.
It sounded,
Ooh, yeah.
honestly,
Honestly, get real. What is something to a Slim Jim King Johnny Hill?
it honestly sounded more like you were trying to do
No worries, just Adam walking up the studio.
This just caught me off guard.
Yeah.
It honestly sounded more as if you were trying to do the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, yeah. So, one of our questions, I believe we have two questions up till we've already answered a third question earlier in the recap.
Both from Anonymous, but here it is. What is your favourite, which is always a hard part.
Yeah, here we
hard
go.
start. Are you ready? Favourite wrestling? That's a good start. Are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Quote.
It's me, Austin! It was me all along! Wow, it did not take long for me to get that. Should I be embarrassed by how quickly?
Is that your favourite quote? Or is it the, oh, son of a bitch?
It's in the top 3. No, that's got to be, because that's the one that hooked me into wrestling, man. That was the one that was like...
I don't know. I've watched wrestling now for 21 years.
Have you been alive 21 years?
23.
Wow. You made me feel so old.
It's ridiculous to try and ask, but I'll try and do my best. Let me think. Anything Bobby the Brain Heenan has ever said on commentary.
Yes.
The greatest single call I ever heard was, as God is my witness, he's broken in half.
Yeah. Another great GR one. There's 16,000 standing. Why the hell can I stand?
Austin's got McMahon. Austin's got McMahon.
Yeah. So,
Another Attitude 1.
Yeah.
Tyson Austin. You've ruined it. You've ruined it.
Damn it. You ruined it, damn it. You ruined it. There's so many great quotes out there. So, you know.
Throwing out some Paulie Heyman in ECW. Hey, network. Take me off the air. I'm begging you. I dare you. Take me off the air. Mick Foley. Uncle Eric, please forgive me.
Yeah.
As Cactus Jack.
So, of course, Steve Austin, you know, hey, Eric, take me back, man. I get what it takes to get it done in ECW, man. There's so many great quotes. So
ECW again.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman. Let this man have free will. And if you know who this man is, when I say these words, you will know why it's an amazing achievement. Smart Marks.
Yeah, Brian Pillman.
The man was legitimately thought of being crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and
Kane.
Absolutely.
What you gonna do when the 20,000 Canaanites run wild on you?
Adam, favourite wrestling quote?
Favourite wrestling quote? Oh. It's a long last quote.
What is it?
It would be Punk talking about the fable of the snake. Everyone heard the story about the old man and the snake. The old man's walking in. I love that. I use that all the time at school.
Okay, so what about we've covered a lot of quotes there, so what about the next question? Should we move on? Or are you still stuck on this question?
There's just so many. I don't know if I can give an honest favourite.
I'll give you my favourite Paul Heyman one. Right? Since you offered Paul Heyman one. My favourite one. Right. So, for all time's sakes, right so they can hear there. Yeah.
They'll hear that one in a bit.
Alright.
Thank you.
Alright.
Then we're having a bit, but I understand where you're going with that.
So, shall we do the next question then?
Sure, next question.
Why not?
Out of the current roster, and assume all champions remain the same until the Royal Rumble pay-per-view,
Okay.
who should win the 2013 Royal Rumble match? So assuming Big Show's out of it, because he's a champion, CM Punk will be facing Rock.
Yes, he would be.
Kofi Kingston will be IC. Team Hell No will be Tag Team. Antonio Cesaro will be United States. And the Divas don't really come into question in here, but Eve would still be Divas Challenger. Who should win the Royal Rumble 2013? And of course, Money in the Bank would remain the same.
Christian, if he's healed up.
Mhm.
Jericho, if he's coming back. If none of them are available, out of the current. Oh, so you said out of the current roster.
Yeah, out of the
So
current
that's
roster.
Jericho.
You got 1 minute, Funk?
I'm thinking. Give me a second.
Wade Barrett.
Okay, it's an interesting one. Wade Barrett.
It'd be Christian or Wade Barrett, depending on which is available.
Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes is on that next step, I believe, and he takes the Rumble, wins the Rumble. He's gone.
All right.
He wins.
That is Zack Ryder.
Zack
Ryder.
Ryder. Now there's a winning at pop.
Is that all the questions?
I believe it's in Brooklyn as well, so it's not too far from New York.
Is that
That's all the questions I received.
Don't remember, obviously we've had short questions due to the technical issues we've had with uploading videos, but hopefully we'll fix that. So, get your questions sent in, and we're going to tell you how to do that in our final segment of the show. Shameless plug. Roll the clip. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/totalmarkout. But the best place to follow us is totalmarkout.tumblr.com. Tumblr's a great website to use. It's very easy to use, but you can follow us there. You get all of our episodes, all the memes we post up, our wrestling challenges that we do, all that wonderful stuff. Any news articles related to wrestling that we think are worthy of posting. Follow the artist for all that stuff. He's called Reyes Cannon. You can find him on DeviantArt at cannonball.deviantart.com. That's CANNONBAWL.deviantart.com. All links are in the description of the video. Follow Geek King at Geek King. That's G33K_KNG. That's G3K_KNG. Follow Eric Von Gismy at Eric Von Gismy, ERIKVANDJISMIE. Follow Adam, the Low Walker 1 at Low Walker 1. That is the number 1 at the end.
Follow me. Leave your homes and families.
Ah, yes.
Leave your fishing nets and your boats upon the shores.
Just for your Roman Catholics out there. And follow myself at SteveJones313. That is STEVJONES number 3. You can check us out next week, episode number 32. It's on the weekend of November 10th, November 11th.
Where we'll probably no doubt talk about my experience from the TV recordings.
Absolutely, we'll be reviewing.
And no doubt we'll review last week's Raw.
But that's not all we'll be reviewing.
The house show.
No, that's not all we'll be.
And WWE 13.
There we are!
Which is waiting for me in my house right now.
So, I'm off to deal with personal issues and drink myself to death. Adam's off to sleep, and Dan's off to play WWE 13. We will wish you
Time to live the revolution.
We wish you all the very best, and we will see you next week on the greatest wrestling show on the planet. #Total
Markout. And now for a classic promo in wrestling history. I want you to know that I'm not crying. My eyes are red because I was in the back smoking a joint with Van Damme. I have a need in my heart to thank Todd Gordon for giving me the chance to be creative and book for you crazy bastards. I have a need for that man to thank him, Ron Buffon, and his partner Charlie Buzzi, for sticking with us and singing in a TV studio and building that TV show for you. You are the craziest bastards I have ever met in my life. And I love every one of you. And I was going to take the high road and just say thank you and leave. But I have something to say to you.
Points to the WWE Crusaders invading ECW One Night Stand.
You see, I've waited a long time to say this to you, Eric Bischoff. But in case you don't notice, it's not Paul Heyman with his tail between his legs going to a WCW pay-per-view. You in our house, bitch! Oh, wait a minute. Hide your wives. It's Edge! Now, Edge, I know that nobody with a written promo has the balls to say this to you, but I've got 2 words for you. Not freaking Hardy!
Hardy.
Well, with that, I almost forgot about you. Mr. Shoot Promo himself, bounce checks, ECW went out of business. Hey, John, on a personal note, from all of us to just to you, since you want to shoot cowboy, the only reason you were WWE champion for a year is because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays. Now, one more time, for old time's sakes, right there so the whole world can see us. This ain't WCW. This ain't Monday Night Raw. This ain't SmackDown. This ain't even WWE. This, my friends, is ECW.
That was a classic promo from Dan the Geek King Adamson, who reminds you, tune in to #Total Markout every week. View.